Okay, this is my informal outline. This is the back. Okay, my two sources that I had for this was I picked up an Army brochure and also looked at Army.com and also checked out the statistics for the U.S. Department of Justice. Those were my two sources. With the ongoing battle that we have, ongoing war that we're now experiencing for the past couple of years, our Army continues to grow in size and demand more and more recruitments. But for the past 2 to 3 years, we have actually seen a fallen decrease in the recruitments. It's harder and harder to actually find and meet goal for these recruiters. My suggestion would be to actually recruit more of the ex-felons and ex-convicts. It actually creates a job outlet and also can provide discipline and structure in their life. I think it could be beneficial also to the ex-felons coming out from prison life into society. Though ex-felons experience a history of criminal and activity and incarcerated lives, by providing more job opportunities within the Army, it can reduce their chances of committing more crimes while learning structure, leadership, and camaraderie. Once released from federal or state prison, the search for a career begins to decrease severely. The job market actually closes in because of, if you do have a felon, most job applications do ask, do you have a felony? If so, list them. They do tend to look hard on that, and the chances of you being hired for the actual job because of these past experiences or criminal acts is very slim to none. The increase in the criminal rate has increased year by year. As of 2001, the census was saying that there's 6 million people withholding out of prison and federal and state prisons. And it said that 1 out of every 15 Americans will have experienced incarceration once in a lifetime, at least once in a lifetime. By doing so, by giving them opportunity once they are, released from prison, they would give them an option to not relapse into the criminal life again. Because the relapse rate is actually 3 out of 4 that is released back into society because of no option of job opportunities will relapse. So it's a 75% rate of a chance for them to relapse if it's 3 out of 4. They could provide jobs not just to the front lines, but also to they can be drivers, they can be manufacturers, they can be construction workers, they can be retail workers, food processors. It doesn't have to necessarily be front line, but to give them some sort of stability and structure, I think it will help them. 60% of what holds our jail cells today are actually non-violent drug offenders. Non-violent meaning that they have no case of mental instability and have basically drug trafficking violations or possessions. Although offenders may seek waivers, it is an extensive and prolonged procedure to endure. Benefits, again, by joining the Army is stability, is they can actually go further with education by being in the military. So often bettering themselves. Also to learn leadership skills and have that camaraderie amongst others. The sense of being needed and important to a society. Waivers are needed in cases where you do have actually misdemeanor or a felony. The Army looks at everything from juvenile to current records. Nothing is sold off to them. So therefore, they actually look at everything and need waivers for anything from traffic violations to misdemeanors to felonies. Okay, more than likely the misdemeanors are waived because they're usually DUIs, your traffic violations, stuff like that. Felonies are very hard to come by, which if 60% of our population of prisons is holding as non-violent drug offenders, why not be able to waive a felony such as drug trafficking? The Army has, endured some bad media attention from the rising waivers that have been given in the past 3 years. They're saying that it is misconstrued to other recruiters that we are accepting ex-felons into the Army. But the Army has suggested that they are doing the well-qualified candidates. They do go through mental testing, and the waivers are basically needed for those who want to overcome their past and move forward with their lives. It may be hard to restore faith into an ex-felon, but everyone deserves a chance to change their life around. To give the option of a change is better than no option at all.